Hey, what's up, boys? This is Coach Tao. Just want to, say a few things this week. We played a really good side today. I think they're number one in their tables right now, and we kept it close. Unfortunate, even with a short man and a little bit low on subs too. So I'm really proud of you guys. Really battled today, and kept it interesting at the end. We hit the crossbar a few times with Milo and Colt, and I could have definitely changed the game. It would have been an awesome feat from you guys to be able to play a man down and come out victorious. But you take some, you give some, you take some. That's part of the game. Like I said, at the halftime, we have to roll with the punches at times and play whatever is the cards are dealt to us. I do want to say a few things in terms of how we possess the ball and how we avoid being countered. I think those are a couple goals that they scored, which are, they're fast, big boys, and we have to recognize that and respect their speed. And so there was one time where, let's say, that's their team over here. Let's just say like it was here and we had the ball up here. We all stepped up, and we left the number 9 pretty open over here. We had this ball, and at times I like the fact that we're trying to possess the ball, but when we're looking to play backwards, understand which foot that you're playing or which space you're trying to play. I thought when we played this ball back to Milo in here, we played into the pressure versus play outside to the other side where there's less pressure. Okay, so understand. I'm definitely okay with try to possess and try to look for the easy pass, but understand how you play those balls. It's not just play the ball to a player and we call it good, but understand which foot you're playing to, and then what happens after that. I would say the center back has to recognize if you receive a ball under pressure, and there's no shame if you're under pressure to put this ball into the mix somewhere for the number 7 or number 9 to be able to run onto it. Just because, at that point, if you do lose it, I thought that was one time the number 9 got the ball and they were able to track back. They would try to expose us on that. Another thing is, I do want to say is that we still struggle covering the outside defenders, outside attackers by being goal side. So at times when the ball's on this side, the ball's on this side and we're all squeezed in, our left or right back is still covering outside the player. When I say goal side and ball side, which means the ball is here, gonna be ball side of the player, and goal side, which is goal side of the mouth of the goal. So it's very important that you're actually doing that, and not being reminded all the time, which can be can be very stressful as a coach because we're always asking to do talking on the sidelines, which should have been recognized by the players. Another thing is what I want to see is when we had possession of the ball, understanding your space and the positioning on the field. There's the times where our left forward and our left back were on top of each other, and understanding, okay, I need length so we can get this ball, but also we need width to get this ball in case nobody's pressuring you. So this is the player that really needs understanding to get with, and that role could be reversed because the left back could come sneak from the back, and when that happens, the left forward needs to become the width, and that's no problem, and that's the next level. That's something that I want you guys to recognize, but we cannot have two players on top of each other, and that's would be a time where you're wasting your positioning, and we don't create that width that we need. That's very important in soccer. Another thing is what I want to see is especially the number 9 is to be on the last center backs. So at times I saw, especially at the end, we trying to sneak one in, tie the game. Is that when we did try to go long, there was nobody there. So it's important that the number 9 recognize that and are playing a cat and mouse game per se, and try to see if we can sneak in behind this players at the time of the ball is played, and then attack the goal and get the tie and score. So there's a few things to kind of remind us in terms of how we position, how we play. Again, it's been a rough 3 weeks in terms of results, but I felt like every single game we have improved. The effort's been excellent, and players are improving. And so that's the positive sign as a coach and recognizing how we move forward. But please recognize those cues in the game and improve on those scenarios. And have fun this week in training. Let's kick butt next week. And I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.